What? Ooh.
Yeah.
I fuck these hoes after our show. Big dick, we slang, free bitches. Do your thing, do your thing. Benz, Vents, Hummers,
Jets,
Rolex,
Mo sex.
television, hey, rest. Good way to good way to start the show.
One of my favorite videos growing up.
Funniest video.
Not one of my greatest.
Well, I think it's one of the funniest videos.
Yeah, remember at the end when he jumped in the pool?
Wait, what?
You don't remember the end Birdman jumped in the pool?
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, well. But anyway, what's up, everybody? This is the Two Different Styles show. I'm your host with the most. I go by the name of Ghost. And as always, I got my co-host, Deontay. Give it up, y'all.
What's up, man?
Not much, man. What's going on?
Not much, man. Just trying to
get your roll on?
Yeah.
Such a funny beat. Such a funny song. But anyway, so the topic what we're going to be discussing today is what is, or where is, whichever you want to say it, the greatest sports city or town in America. Definitely a round of applause for that. So basically, I'll go down the list of nominees. We'll make our picks, and then we'll tell you why we picked that city or town, whatever, and then we'll wrap it all up. So, get into it. There's definitely a lot of cities that I guess could go into this. I was able to narrow it down to 7.
Okay.
Yeah, so, I'm going to go through, like, each city. Like, I got, like, all the teams, and then also, like, the titles for each city. So, basically, like, the 7 cities I picked were Boston, New York, Los Angeles, Philadelphia. I had to throw this in here, but I kind of didn't want to. Dallas.
Yeah, you got to.
I didn't really want to, but I kind of lumped these two together because they're pretty much like right there beside each other. The San Francisco and Oakland, the yay area.
Yeah.
And of course had to put Chicago in there. So let's just start with Boston. They got the Red Sox, the Celtics, the Patriots, and the Bruins. Now the Red Sox, they've got 9 titles, and their most recent one was 2018. The Celtics, 17 titles, and the most recent one was, of course, the 2008 against your favorite team.
One of the most embarrassing closeout games ever.
What, they got blown out by like 35 in that game?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, it was really ugly, that game. I remember watching that game.
Yeah.
It was the famous "anything is possible." That was an all-time classic line. And then of course you get the Patriots. I mean, what more can you say about the Patriots? 6 titles, the most recent one in 2018. I mean, what can you really say about the Patriots? I mean, pretty much one of the dynasties we actually get to like live through the whole dynasty.
Yeah, but I will say this though. Every time they get a title, it's always some controversy linked to the title.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I can understand that. Because definitely, well, I think it was maybe like the first or the second one, something like where they were like videotaping the other team practice or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, who does that? But whatever. And then you got the Boston Bruins, the hockey team. They've got 6 titles as well, and their most recent was 2011. Now, altogether, if I did my math right, that's 38 titles. That's a lot of titles for one city.
Very serious sports city. You know, if you playing bad, they'll definitely let you know about it quick.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Moving on to the next city, we gotta give it up for New York. New York, big city of dreams. But everything in New York ain't always what it seems.
Yeah.
So, I mean, New York, you got the Yankees. Think how many titles do you think the Yankees got?
I say like 10, 15.
27. Yeah, you weren't even close.
Yeah, the most recent one was like what, 09?
Yeah, 2009.
Yeah, I remember that because Jay-Z performed the Empire State of Mind. That was popping at the time. When they
Oh
won it.
yeah, I remember that song. Did you like that song?
Hell no.
Why not?
That song was trash, man.
It was,
Very
it was just
corny.
the mainstream version of a New York State of Mind.
Yeah,
Jay-Z had to get them dollars.
definitely.
That really was a song I would think like really kind of took Jay-Z to like a whole different level.
Yeah, I think that was his first #1 hit, if I'm not mistaken, on Billboard.
That's crazy to think like that would be his first #1 hit.
Yeah.
But moving on to the next team, we gotta mention them, the New York Knicks. How many titles do you think the Knicks got?
2.
Yeah, and the most recent was 1973. Like,
Yeah. You know, New York. I'm a New York hater. I ain't gonna lie, man. And I know if they start winning, that just means we're gonna see Michael Rappaport more. He's gonna be talking shit and going crazy, and
you're
we
gonna
don't
see
need
you gonna
that.
see Knicks fans out the woodwork.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna be if like the Knicks ever got like like a title contender, good. Like they'll turn into like the Dallas Cowboys of basketball.
Yeah, everybody's gonna be on the wagon. Stephen A. Smith can finally stop crying about them motherfuckers. You remember last year?
Ah,
when they missed the
yeah.
pick, it looked like a damn soap opera show. Yeah, he looking out the window, crying with a sad look on his face and shit when they didn't get the.
Had the Jordan crying face.
Yeah.
But they like, I don't know
Yeah,
what to say about the Knicks. I mean,
They're
like,
not
they,
gonna
might, they
beat
might they might as well send the Rutgers one of the Rutgers teams out on the court.
Yeah, they're not gonna beat shit until they get rid of that owner, Dolan.
Yeah, I mean, and they just keep getting
Or
like,
GM, whatever he is.
nah, he's the owner,
Uh,
I think. But they keep like even getting bad picks too. Like, I can't even remember the last time they really had like a top like 3 pick. What, it's pretty much like they're always outside the top 5. Cause they really got lucky with Porzingis, but and they traded him away.
Yeah, and it was funny, like on draft night, they booed the shit out of him.
Yeah, but he man, I kind of lost a little respect for him when he was like,
Why is that?
cause he was like, what was it, like 20 games or 30 games into the season? He was like, oh, I'm tired.
Well, no, we need an old brother. This guy stinks for that one because
Yeah.
because
Like, how you gonna say that?
that's just very soft.
And that's when he like turned it, like they were gonna make him the franchise, because that was like right after they traded Carmelo. But we can spend all day on the Knicks.
yeah,
That's
and it
just-
won't be good.
Yeah, because that's just a regular punching bag right there. And then you got the Mets. That's 2 titles. Their most recent one was 1986 with with the Darryl Strawberry team.
Yeah, that was the only time the Mets were. New York was all about the Mets.
Yeah. I always kind of like the Mets, just because they had my favorite pitcher, Pedro Martinez.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
What's the picture?
Huh?
What's the picture?
What's the picture or pitcher?
I mean, I thought you
I
said
said pitcher.
Oh, pitcher.
Yeah,
Oh,
they had
okay.
my favorite pitcher,
Oh.
Pedro Martinez. And then of course you got to go to the Rangers, one of the hockey teams up there. They got 4 titles, and their most recent was 1994. Then the Islanders, they got 4 titles. Their most recent was 1983. And then you got the New York Giants. they've got 4 titles, which I didn't know that. I didn't realize they had 4 titles. And then, of course, their most recent one was 2011. They get that's pretty much Tom Brady's kryptonite.
Yeah.
Every time he faces the Giants, he always loses. But hell, that man's what? Tom Brady went to like 10 Super Bowls?
Something like that.
Yeah.
And he got 6 of them. That's pretty good.
Yeah, especially in football. Hell, you might play 12 years and not even see the playoffs.
Yeah.
But, oh well. And then, yeah, of course, you got the Jets.
They ain't been good since Broadway Joe.
Yeah, they got 1 title, and that was 1968. And then, well, since they have the Nets now, I got to put them in the New York category. Now, they don't have any NBA championships, but they have 2 ABA championships, which, if people don't know what the ABA is, that was basically the rival to the NBA during what was it like
the mid 70s, I think.
Yeah, the 70s before they both merged. And I'm pretty sure that was when Dr. J, he played on that team. And if my math is correct, that is a city with 46 titles. That's a good amount of titles.
Yeah.
But if they didn't have the Yankees,
they would be pretty bad.
Yeah, they don't have 20 something.
Yeah.
But anyway, so next city, the Los Angeles, where LA, big city dream. What was that? I can't remember what was how they said on that diss record with what was it, CNN and Mobb Deep.
Yeah.
It's like LA.
How you gonna make the song like that and don't even be in LA?
Hey, I don't know.
Yeah, it just shows how dangerous LA was at that time because
hell, LA, man, during that time, games were really out of control.
Yeah.
Shoot, even the Lakers had to worry about getting shot.
Yeah, because they was at they was in the hood.
Yeah.
The Great Western Forum back
that
in
was
the
what,
day.
in Inglewood?
Yep.
Yeah. So, of course, we'll start off with your favorite team, the Lakers. 16 titles. And, of course, the most recent, 2010. And from about, what was it? Probably about from 2011 to about last year, it was looking pretty ugly for the Lakers.
Yeah, it was some dark times, man.
You care to speak on that? You care to go in?
Yeah, really just after the title it went downhill, you know, because 2011 they got swept by the Mavericks.
Yeah.
And 2012 they almost got swept by the Thunder, and 2013 they got swept by the Spurs.
I'll never forget that 2012 against the Thunder, because I remember I was at work, and I remember I was texting you because I couldn't see the game, and I remember like the Lakers were up by like a good amount in one of those games. I can't remember which game it was, and then I remember you said you went and made like a sandwich or something. You came back and the Lakers were down.
Yeah, like that would happen that fast. I went to go make a sandwich, get some chips and shit. Come back and the game was tied or they were down or something. It was up by like 5 or 7 points or something like that late in the fourth quarter. And that quick they lost the lead. And then they got beat. I think they got beat 4-1 that series by the Thunder.
Yeah, cause I think you said at one point of the game, like I can't remember who you said was inbounding it, but pretty much just threw it right to Kevin Durant.
Yeah, it was Kobe.
Yeah.
Threw it right to Kevin Durant.
It was like shit.
But yeah, and then we can't forget, last year, that travesty last year with LeBron talking about we got playoff mode activated and they didn't even make the playoffs.
Like playoff mode activated.
They had a losing record since that quote.
Hey, for real, I know Skip Bayless always calls Terrell Owens the team obliterator, but really LeBron is.
Yeah, he honestly is.
Like he will literally obliterate the team.
Yeah. If you don't fall in line in his army, you're getting the fuck up out of there quickly. Kuzma gone. after this season.
Oh, well, they wanted to get rid of him last year.
Yeah.
But his contract is just making it so difficult. But, oh, yeah, if they don't win the title, yeah, Kuzma out of there. And probably maybe Anthony Davis might be out of there, too. But moving on to the next team, you got the Dodgers. They got 6 titles. Most recent, 1988. That's when they had that miracle. I think it was against the Red Sox, where I think it was like, I don't know. It was. I remember watching something about it. But then, okay, now also you got the Rams. They got 3 titles. Because the Rams, they were out there, then they moved to St. Louis, and they moved back to Los Angeles.
Yeah, had one of the probably the worst Super Bowl performance ever.
Yeah, that was pretty good trouble. What was that, like 6-3 or something like that? Like 9-3?
Yeah, they didn't even score a touchdown.
That was pathetic. It was funny, like, somebody, I think people on Twitter, they're like, somebody on Twitter is like, I don't even watch football, and I know this is trash. But that was a pretty bad Super Bowl. And then you got the Clippers. They have an outstanding 0 titles. And I don't know, would you ever think the Clippers are going to win a title?
They got a good chance to do it this year.
I don't think they'll get it done this year. But we'll see. The playoffs are still going, even though they got beat by the Nuggets.
Yeah, Jamal Murray going crazy. Man.
Yeah, what the hell has gotten into him? All of a sudden? But anyway, then you got the Chargers. They got 1 title. That was the most recent one. Was 1963. But I think they're still. I don't know if they still play in San Diego, and they just are waiting to move or what. I don't know what the deal is going on with that. But and then you got the hockey team, the Kings. They got 2 titles. Most recent was 2014. And then I went ahead and slid them on in here just because of the dominance of them. UCLA.
Oh, yeah, you got to put them in there, what they did in the 60s and 70s and stuff.
Yeah, 11 titles. And
yeah, Kareem barely lost when he was at UCLA.
I think he lost like 2 games.
Yeah.
Bill Walton didn't really lose either.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I remember, it's always funny to argue with like UK fans. I was like, somebody was like, man, UK got the most titles. I was like, no, y'all don't. Y'all got 8. UCLA's got 11. He was like, man, some of those titles didn't count. I was like, what? I was like, well, so we can say 5 of your championships didn't count.
Yeah.
But, oh well. So if I did my math right again, that's 39 titles for that city. Next city, Philadelphia, which probably has the craziest fans.
They will boo anybody.
They booed Destiny's Child.
Yeah, they booed Kobe at the All-Star game. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
I thought he was going to cry on the sideline.
Hey, they used to boo Iverson when he played at Georgetown. Man.
Booed Santa Claus.
Yeah. Hey, then what? When they won the Super Bowl, they about burn down the damn city.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Did you see some of the videos from that?
Yeah, man. Like, when you get liquor involved and not winning shit and many, many years involved, man, it's going to cause destruction.
Yeah.
They always been like almost there, but never really there, and then they finally got it.
Yeah. Well, they definitely ain't getting there with the Sixers. But so the Eagles, you got the Eagles there. They got 4 titles, which I was surprised that they had 4 titles. I didn't realize that they would have that many. And their most recent one was, of course, that 2017 one. That was a pretty good Super Bowl. I remember I was enjoying that one, but good thing I didn't put any money on it because I definitely would have lost a lot. And then you got the Sixers. They got 3 titles. Of course, their most recent was 1983.
Yeah, that was the year Moses Malone predicted 4-4-4. They didn't get 4-4-4. They lost 1 game against I think it was the Bucks in the second round. But yeah, that's pretty impressive.
They were a dominant team. Right, that's probably. I think they've been in the argument of like best team of all time. 'Cause, I mean, that was a pretty crazy.
Yeah, that was
team.
the thing. Like Dr. J really could never get over the hump until he got Moses Malone that year.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't getting there with Daryl Dawkins. Rest his soul. What Charles Barkley say, Mo Cheeks only could see out of one eye. Whichever eye Dr. J, whichever side Dr. J. Oh man. And then you got the Philadelphia Flyers. Pretty big fan base with the Philadelphia Flyers. They only got 2 titles though. Most recent was 1975. And then you got the Phillies. They got 2 titles. Most recent was 2008. So that city's got 11 titles altogether. Then moving on to Dallas. Of course, you got the Mavericks. They got 1 title. And that was against LeBron with his epic collapse in the finals. I almost thought that man was like throwing a series.
Yeah, I did too because there was no reason for that. That's another ring that he should have got. Honestly, if they was to run that back, the Mavericks wouldn't have been close. Honestly.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. But I mean, Dirk played his ass off.
Yeah, he definitely did. Got to give it to Dirk for that. That whole playoff run.
Yeah, definitely. Give it up to the Jet.
Yeah.
The real Jet.
Talking shit to LeBron. LeBron can do nothing about it.
Yeah. But of course, in that city also, you got the Cowboys. Probably the craziest fan base ever. It's close. It's between probably them, Alabama fans, and UK fans.
Yeah.
I don't know which one do you think is like wilder or more diehard.
Definitely UK fans. You know that it doesn't matter where they have a game. They can have a game on the moon and motherfuckers will show up. You'll see a sea of blue.
Yeah, that is true. They definitely come out of everywhere. But I don't know, Cowboys fans they like when the Cowboys are winning, like it just seems like everybody's a Cowboys fan. Like if wherever they play, like half the stadium gonna be Cowboys fans.
Yeah.
But then when the Cowboys ain't winning, you can't find a Cowboys fan in sight.
Yeah, that's true.
Even in Dallas, they be wearing the other team jersey at the
That
game.
most recent championship was 1995, right?
Yep. That was with Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, and of course Michael Irvin, the ultimate motivational speaker.
Yeah.
Like man, just imagine. Could you imagine? I got a question for you. Would you play on a team if Bob Knight was your coach, KG was the assistant, or one of the assistants, and the assistant coaches were KG, Rasheed Wallace, Gary Payton, and Michael Irvin, and Kobe Bryant was your trainer?
I know I gotta be great after hearing all that damn yelling and man, that's a you ain't got no choice but to be great, man. When
Hey,
you got all
if
those
you
guys
mess up
on
on
your
the
back.
court, just imagine messing up on the court.
Oh man, imagine the look on KG's face when you make a turnover. As soon as you turn around, and see him.
Well, you gonna have
Or
to.
just
Well,
name him Bob Knight, like.
Bob Knight gonna throw a chair at you. KG just gonna talk. KG and Gary Payton just gonna talk shit to you.
Yeah. Motherfucker, you ain't that damn good. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I mean, granted, you probably get a good amount of information, but
Yeah. they definitely gonna push you to be great, but man, that process is gonna be crazy. Just to hear them all damn
you gonna
day.
quit after the first game.
Yeah, then you got Kobe as your trainer. He just looking at you crazy the whole time. That man got the funniest reaction gifts of all
Hey,
time.
you over there roll your ankle. You're like, oh, roll my ankle. Get back in the game. You can still walk on it, can't you? I mean, I guess. Can you not at least tape it? What you need tape for? You wasting my time. Come on. Suck it up, man.
Yeah, Kobe just look at you.
Definitely don't say you got an injury with Bob Knight or KG, hell, or even Michael Irvin.
Yeah.
But-
Michael Irvin, that man be too coked up to do anything, man. I swear.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
But yeah, because did you see that interview that him and Stephen A did together when he was on First Take? That man was about to. I thought that man was about to.
Are you talking about last year?
Yeah, when they were
Yeah,
like
I
at
seen that.
at the Cowboy Stadium, I thought freaking Michael Irvin's about to explode or something.
Yeah, wasn't that dude like sweating and shit?
You gotta have a towel on standby.
Yeah.
Hey, that man sweat all through his suit. Like I think he even sweat through the jacket. But anyway, shout out to Michael Irvin. Definitely one of the all-time great receivers still, though. Of course, you got the Stars down there. They only got one championship. And you got the Rangers, the Texas Rangers, and they got no titles. So that's a city with 7 titles. And then you got the San Francisco, Oakland area, the Bay Area, as they call it. You got the San Francisco Giants. They got 8 titles. Most recent was 2014. You got the 49ers. They got 5 titles where the all-time great Jerry Rice played. Their most recent was 1995. The team that really turned T.O. into T.O. But... And then you got the Oakland A's. They got 9 titles, which I was surprised by that. But of course, they were like in the 1900s and shit. So their most recent one was 1989. And then now you got the Warriors in San Francisco. That's what happens. You start winning. They move you from the hood to the suburbs.
Yeah, gentrification at its finest.
That was pretty funny. They've been in Oakland for years. Since the team I guess since the team started. And then they finally won some championships. And they moved to San Francisco.
Yeah, they're going to come back killing next year, man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. And they got 6 titles. And the most recent, of course, was 2018. Should have had a championship in 2019, but I think. What about you?
Yeah, they should have, but you know, the Raptors was just their supporting cast is just so much better, you know.
Yeah, and of course, the Warriors, they weren't healthy.
Yeah,
so it's always a good what if.
probably would have went to 7 if Clay didn't get injured.
Oh yeah,
crazy.
he was about to explode in that game.
Yeah.
It's just it's crazy how stuff like that happens. But so that's a area with 28 titles altogether. And then you got to go to my favorite city, Chi-Town's finest, Chicago. You got the Bears, which I didn't realize.
I go back further than Derrick Rose. I go back to Jerry Sloan.
Shout out to the cab driver we had in Nashville on New Year's Eve. And what was it, 2011?
2011 going to 2012.
Yeah,
man. That was funny.
He probably still out there driving that cab.
Yeah.
Looking for Bill Russell.
Looking for his daddy.
Apparently, I guess that must have been his daddy.
Yeah, because, man.
That man over there.
Yeah.
And kept looking at you.
I ain't say a word, really.
I
didn't say anything after he made that little comment about Hoptown. The way he looked at me when I said, which he probably allegedly was probably pushing drugs. He was like, yeah, I go through Hoptown once or twice a week or whatever. I was like, shit, for what? Ain't
That's
nothing
what
there.
my money's at.
And the way he said that, the way he looked at me, I was like, oh yeah, I ain't fucking with this dude. This dude crazy.
I just had to keep it. I should have. When we got out that cab, I should have been like, oh yeah, one more thing.
Well,
Man,
shit.
fuck Bill Russell. And slammed the door.
You better take off running, motherfucker.
Hey, oh well, he wouldn't have caught us. That man had
You want to go ahead and tell the people the story?
I think we've already talked about this story. I'm pretty sure we have.
But anyway,
But
not to divulge.
yeah. So the most recent one for the Bears was 1985 with that Bears team that had like the fridge on it. Which
Yeah, that was 85, right?
yeah. I don't know. Have you ever seen? Did you ever see that 30 for 30?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah.
Didn't they have a hip hop commercial they made?
Yeah. Well, I think they made a rap song or something.
Yeah, that shit
But there was a
horrible.
couple of teams that made rap songs. Like I remember the Portland Trailblazers did one. Rip City.
Yeah. One of the worst ones of all time was in the 80s. I think it was like 87. The Converse commercial with Isaiah Thomas, Magic
Brother, this guy stinks!
Yeah,
Magic
that-
Johnson, Larry Bird. You seen it?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Only
one.
person that was on beat was Kevin McHale.
Hey, Kevin McHale's a funny dude though.
Yeah,
Hey, he's one of my favorite announcers. I don't think he really calls too many games anymore, but he used to crack me up. Hey, it was funny when I was listening to him one time calling the game. He's like, yeah, we just really didn't use a 3-point line back in the day. He's like, basically when we used a 3-point line, it was like when we were pretty much down by like a lot. He's like, yeah, we go into the huddle, be like, well, guys, either we're gonna come back in this game or we're gonna get blown out by 40. I was like, wow.
Yeah, he was the only person to ever keep it real with James Harden.
Oh,
He told him he wasn't a leader.
He didn't really get that. I don't think he got too much backlash off that either.
No, because everybody knows that. Everybody in the NBA knows that James Harden is not that guy.
I will say this though, I do respect James Harden for not missing games, because like I was listening to a stat the other day, and it was he's only like in 6 years he's only missed 21 games.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was like, wow. I was like, and then thinking about it, I was like, yeah, there really hasn't been like a lot of times he's like sat out.
That's impressive.
Yeah, so I mean, I'll give him that respect at least. Give him that much respect. But
Everything else, yeah, fuck him.
and then of course you got the Cubs, which they finally broke the curse in 2016. They got 3 titles, which yeah, that was pretty crazy. Like they had the longest sports curse, quote unquote. I mean, that thing spanned from a long time.
Yeah, it really did.
It was like it was almost it was a century pretty much. That's crazy. And then you got the Blackhawks, which they have a pretty big fan base. They have 6 titles. The most recent one was 2015. And then of course getting to my favorite team in the NBA. Even though I'm sad to say this, we got 6 titles. And of course our most recent one, 1998. And ever since then, it's been pretty depressing.
I ain't been all so bad.
It's been pretty bad. Yeah, I mean, yeah, great.
I've had some great teams.
We had a bright spot with Derrick Rose,
Yeah.
but then he kind of screwed himself up. I mean, granted, he got injured. I'm talking about after the injury, him making them dumb comments left and right. But yeah, it's haven't been pretty.
Well, y'all making a step in the right direction. Y'all got rid of y'all coach, and then y'all got rid of somebody else up in the front office.
Hell, they need to get rid of the whole damn team. Like I'm telling you, if I was them, I'd get rid of that whole team. Like a lot of when I say that to people, they always be like, "Oh man, you wouldn't even keep Zach LaVine?" No, he is not a franchise player. Like honestly, if you're dealing with a championship team, he would like at best he's a third option on a championship team.
Third option?
Yeah, you're not winning a championship with him as a second option.
Who's better, him or Devin Booker? Who got the most impact?
Damn, that's like asking like who shoots better, Yosemite Sam or Elmer Fudd?
Well, obviously Yosemite Sam. But
I don't know, Elmer Fudd, he was hitting Daffy Duck down there.
Yeah, but that's all he hit. Yosemite Sam and everybody. He make you dance. Yeah, he's shooting at your feet.
He shoot his own feet.
Yeah. But yeah,
I guess I would have to say Devin Booker, baby.
Yeah, I mean, he went 8-0 in the bubble, but yeah, I don't know about third option.
Nah, he's the third option. Like if he's a second option, he's a first option right now. They're not even close to the playoffs. At least, like I would say, he's a second option if they were at least getting close to the playoffs. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the fact that they're not even getting close to the playoffs and he's getting like 20-something a game, that just shows all he is a
scorer.
Yeah, he's basically another Jamal Crawford to me. And then of course you got the White Sox. They got 3 titles. Their most recent was 2005, and
White Sox with the most worn hat of all time in hip hop history.
What about the Raiders?
Yeah, all right. I'll put the White Sox second.
Yeah,
because everybody had a White Sox.
The White
hat
Sox
back in
or the
day.
Raiders had.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's definitely a very, very popular hat in hip hop. It's close though. It's either the Raiders or the
JoJo
White
from Jodeci. That's all he ever wore ever. Anytime you ever see him, he always had that White Sox hat on. I remember one time I seen his interview, and what's the dude with the green eyes on BT? Donnie Simpson. It was just like, yeah, you wear that White Sox hat, man. You a fan? He was like, nah, man. I just like the hat, man. Just like the hat.
every rapper.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I mean that goes down the whole list of cities right there. So what is your pick for best sports city? I know mine.
I'm gonna go with Houston. What's wrong with Houston, man? They got championships, recent championships.
They only got like 2.
Man, they got 2 with the Rockets, and then the other team got some. What's that baseball team? Astros. You know what I mean? They got solid sports city.
Yeah, but not compared to these.
All right, well, I have to go with. I gotta go with Boston, man. I mean, they got championships from fucking 1903 and shit. You know, they've been doing their thing. You know what I mean? So I gotta go with Boston.
Yeah, that was my pick, Boston, just because
their history's just run so deep.
Yeah, because you can go through because that city has been sports relevant since like you were saying, like the 1900s.
Yeah.
And you know, as always had basically a good team in virtually every decade.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and then you got like the Red Sox. They had the most historic series, ever. They came back down 0-3 to the Empire, the evil Empire.
Yeah,
the
didn't one of those dudes have a bloody ankle or something?
Yeah, he tore like a tendon in his ankle and still went out there and pitched, and that's it. Because they did a 30 for 30 on that playoff series. It was a good one. It was pretty funny because they kept playing next episode after every win. But yeah, I mean, and then of course they're still relevant to the all the teams are pretty relevant to this day. The Celtics had a resurgence because really after ever since 2008 they haven't fell off really since then.
That's very true.
Yeah, the Red Sox, like I was saying, they've had a good team. And then, I mean, of course, the Patriots dynasty just died just since they had to get rid of Tom Brady. But I mean, I kind of understand why they got rid of him because that man's 42, 43.
Hey, but don't disrespect Cam Newton, bro.
Oh yeah, I forgot he's up there. So the dynasty might not be over technically, but that's crazy. You're playing quarterback at 43 years old.
Yeah, that man gonna play till he about 45, 46.
What if he did play that long? What if he played till like he was like 48 or something like that?
Oh, that motherfucker definitely icing his knees consistently a lot. Because 48 years old, man. Just imagine getting tackled at 48 years old.
You pretty much die.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna like it's a wrap if you get tackled at 48. Like I don't even want to get tackled, and I'm only 31.
Yeah.
Like there's men that are like younger than us in the NFL that don't want to get tackled.
Yeah. This motherfucker in his 40s, approaching mid. He 43, right?
Like 42, 43, something like that.
Oh man, if he gets hit hard, man, it's a wrap for him.
Oh yeah,
That's just like motherfucking Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. fighting. They in their 50s. It's like I really want to get punched in the face hard like that at 50-something years old.
you know, I feel like you think like you hear Mike Tyson, Roy Jones, you're like, man, this is gonna be a good fight, and then you start really thinking about it. It's like, this is gonna be terrible.
Yeah, they can really hurt each other.
like you just like the shock value gets you at first, and then we like really sit down and think about it. You're like,
you remember what I think it was Holyfield. He got punched out the ring. Yeah, I think it was him. He was fighting somebody at like he was like 50. Dude basically just punched him out of the ring. I think that was him.
Oh, that is classic material. Right
Yeah,
there.
you need to look that up, bro. 50-something years old, still fighting. Dude punched his ass out the ring.
I mean, I give it to him for getting in the ring, but dang, you get
42 years old. That's very old to play.
You basically get a demoed out the ring.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, I mean, I definitely had to go with Boston. Like it's just, I don't think it's really a contest because I would say New York just because they got so many titles, but none of the teams are really relevant other than the Yankees.
Yeah. It's been pretty bad for New York, honestly. Not only are their sports kind of lacking, their hip hop is lacking. They ain't had a star since 50 Cent.
A$AP Rocky?
Hit the button. Yeah. A$AP Rocky. A$AP Mob. Trash.
Hey, they were good. I liked them.
A$AP was
pretty solid.
But the whole clique, nah.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't.
Yeah,
I was just
Rocky
saying
was
A$AP
cool.
Rocky.
Yeah, Rocky was cool. The clique, trash. But yeah. Anyway, the New York sports really hasn't been doing shit.
Yeah. So I mean, LA. I mean, possibly, but I mean, the Lakers hadn't been too relevant until like LeBron came back out there. I mean, they were relevant with D'Angelo Russell, or
Relevant for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
I was kind of mad that they got rid of him and Ingram because, anybody with a brain could see that they was going to develop into superstar players. And they got rid of them. I mean, I understand why they got rid of them, but still, it's like, look at the guards they got now. They can't even hold Westbrook.
I didn't know they had guards.
Exactly. They can't even hold Westbrook and them.
They got Danny Green.
Yeah, hit that button for me one time. Yeah. Hit it again one more time for him because he's terrible. He is fucking terrible. That man ain't hit a shot since
San Antonio.
Yeah.
He was god awful in last year's playoffs. My God. That was atrocious. I think that man hit like 2 shots the whole playoff.
I put that man at the bottom of the bench when I play on 2K with them because he is horrible on there. He can't finish. He can't do shit.
Damn.
Even worse in the game.
Wow. That's pretty bad. Yeah. And, I mean, Boston was just, it's not, I don't even really think it's close, honestly.
I agree.
But, I wouldn't, like, that'd probably be like a nice city to grow up into, like.
Whoa.
Back in the day. Like,
No.
I'm talking about like, just from like the sports aspect. I'm not talking about like actually I'm talking about just like sports.
Hey,
like,
Bill Russell still ain't been back to Boston, motherfucker.
No, I'm talking about just like the sports aspect, like being able to go to like sports year
Oh,
round.
okay, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
there.
because I mean, you'd have something to do like every year, like all year round. Like,
Yeah,
it's been like, hey,
but still, you gotta be on alert in Boston. One of the most racist cities of all time.
I guess. I mean, I would say more super liberal than anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would have been a fun city to live in for the sports aspect of it, because you always have something to go to, something to do, no matter what time of the year it is. Because I think that would just be. Cause we don't really get like stuff like that around here. Like, we don't have like.
Yeah, we gotta go 3 hours out of the way to go to Memphis to see if one of the star players wants to play. Shit, that nigga be on the bench.
We got the Titans, but who wants to go see them play?
Well, I mean, they're doing good. You know, I gotta give it to them, but yeah, they're not winning a championship anytime soon.
And what's the point of saying them? Unless you're a fan, if you ain't a real like fan of them.
Yeah, but yeah, we got the Titans, and then we closer would be Atlanta.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I wish they just take the Hawks and just move them to Louisville.
Yeah,
I might as well.
that'd be greatly appreciated because nobody gives a fuck about the Hawks in Atlanta.
Yeah.
It was funny when anytime Kobe would show up, it basically just be the Lakers arena all over again because everybody in there with a Kobe jersey on. Nobody give a damn about the Hawks. Everybody just wants to see the other star players.
Yeah,
Every time you got Trae Young out here going in between people's legs and shit, it's like, bro, that's cool, but they ain't getting you no wins.
Yeah, they ain't going nowhere anytime soon.
Yeah, I can't remember last time the last team won a championship. Probably the Braves.
Yeah, it'd have to be the Braves. 'Cause I don't think the Falcons have ever won one.
Yeah.
The Hawks, if they did, it was
like in the 60s or 50s.
I would even say, I was gonna say like the 40s.
Yeah.
Yeah, 40s or the 50s, somewhere around there. Cause it damn sure wasn't the 80s or the 90s or the 70s.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, it had to be the Braves. And I don't even think they really won. Like, the last time I remember them winning like a World Series was like the 90s.
94, 95, something like that.
Something like that. But yeah, definitely have to go with Boston, best sports city out there. Don't let that go to y'all's head, Boston. But anyway, you got any more remarks for this topic?
Nah, I don't.
Well, like always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and also share this channel. This is the Two Different Styles show, and we're out of here.